As again, this is the final series of the night. Not too bad of a broadcast here. I mean, how long has it been? 5 hours. Five-hour cast so far. Not bad. Again, last week it was 8 hours. But I did decide to cast less matches this time. We did cast significantly less matches this time, so we're not going full 8 hours. Not again. I would like to sleep before the next cast. It would be nice. It would be nice. As we're getting into that best of 5 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Terran player, the South Korean Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. Here we go. And as we settle in, a big shout out to Jerry Curl 667 in the chat, subscribing for the first time with Twitch Prime. God, thank you so much for subscribing for the first time. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the emotes in the chat, and I hope you enjoy the replay packs. Again, we cast StarCraft here on a daily basis, 2 times a day, sometimes even 3 times a day, every single day. So plenty of content on the channel. We provide emotes, replay packs as well, and of course, you help support us. So thank you so much. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Also, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás, Paquito? Oh my god, Paco Mike. Anda mi mid, papi. Anda mi mid. Thank you so much here for tuning in as well. Big shout out to Paco Mike. Sleeping doesn't give you EXP. You're not wrong, I guess, but it's still nice nonetheless. We like sleep. We like it. Hold on. Where's my emote? There we go. Bed is good. Is good. For now, though, we do have an economic opener. It is going to be a Rax Expand here. Single gas opener out of Cure, going for something more economic. Meanwhile, we do see herO likewise going for a Gate Cyber Expand. Standard opener out of herO, economic opener out of Cure. Here we go. And again, as we settle into the grand finals, I should also reiterate that, of course, welcome to OlimoLeague. This is a weekly tournament. Players throughout each week do accumulate points, and there is an end-of-month finals where the highest rated, the highest placing players are invited into a monthly final bracket. So do look forward to it, as this is still the beginning, or we're still actually towards, we're getting towards the halfway point of January. There's still another weekly ahead of us, and then the January finals of OlimoLeague. Oh boy, so do look forward to that. And again, we cast OlimoLeague every single week here on the channel, at this time, at this place, every single week. We're here for you. And for now, we're settling in. For now, it is going to be a Stargate opener out of herO. Bold move by herO. Welcome all to Whispers of Gold. Whispers of Gold is the smallest map in the map pool, or very small, very short rush distance by ground, very aggressive map as well. We have seen, if you recall, Classic attempt to go Stargate and fall. If you recall earlier today, I recommend the VOD we casted Classic versus ryung. ryung was an animal. He all-in the hell out of Classic here on Whispers of Gold, and he just punished him, and he knocked him down, knocked him out of the tournament. We'll see if Cure has something in mind as well. For now, Cure, he is denied the scout. Cure, he has no eyes on what's going on. It is going to be an Oracle opener out of herO, not Phoenix. Oracle into potentially Twilight Council, as the Adept does get behind the mineral line, denying mining time. Reaper dives in, and Curie scouts. He scouts, he confirms, he's aware of the Oracle. With that, Curie should be getting in position to defend. Should be securing himself. For now, deflecting the Adepts, and here he is investing into Phoenixes. He's doubling down. Back at home, safety, Viking on the way. Vikings in production, Tech Lab on the factory, that should be for a Cyclone. Marines are amassing, and how many Widow Mines? There's one so far. One Widow Mine. Oracle dives in, will focus down the Widow Mine. Widow Mine does fall, SCVs are vulnerable, and workers are going down. Yeah, Cure out of position. So far, just 1 SCV and 3 Marines. Oh my god. Getting all 4. 4 Marines go down. The Hellion, the Widow Mine, and a worker for the Oracle. The Oracle does fall. Now there's not much less to defend. Adepts say shade into the main. And now there's only 2 Marines. 2 Marines and 1 Viking. Mining time is denied. So far, good damage dealt here by herO. Not a lot of economic damage, but damage nonetheless. As he's waiting for reinforcements, second Phoenix has arrived. He commits to the shade. Gets 1 Marine. Goes for the Viking. Gets a second Marine as well. Boys are being pulled to repair. And looks like they will repair in time. Oof. Just barely. Going for the Marines instead. And as the dust settles, I mean, the efficiency here, taking down 7 Marines, a Worker, a Widowmine, a Hellion, a Reaper, for 1 Oracle, really good trades. Good trades here from herO. Behind this, getting a 3rd, containing herO on 2 bases, and because he's been keeping the Marine count low, that means that herO can't move out. It means that herO, he's stuck at home. Is going to be stuck back at home. Sleeping gives you mana. True, true. It gives you Polish Protoss players. Ah. Oh, no. As here he's taking up, he's not going into Colossus. Bear that in mind. He's working towards charge. We have a Forge on the way for +1. Charge lots as well. Into 3-base saturation. Here he's taking up. Meanwhile, Kira's still stuck at home, getting to zone 3-1-1 setup. Still focusing on anti-air. Into Vikings, into Cyclones, into more Marines. Delayed stim, and delayed stim means a delayed move out for Cure. He's stuck at home. He's going to be stuck at home at least until stim finishes. Until then, herO, he can cut corners. He can cut corners. He can be greedy. Even setting up a proxy across the map to harass. So far, so good. And we'll see how committed Cure is going to be when he moves out. As he's even throwing down extra turrets as well. Ay, ay, ay. Again, I mean, after so much damage, it does make sense, but this is a big investment here for Cure. Throwing down all these turrets. Still building up back at home. Hero's being active. He does spot the move out.
Teleport successful.
And Cure should not push, by the way. Stim is only halfway done. Like moving out with his army without Stim, I mean, he's just gonna crumble. And herO knows that. herO, he's hoping he can catch out this army. Uh-oh. And Cure, he's trying to catch out the Phoenixes. He gets 1. He gets 1, he gets 2. 2 Phoenixes go down. Nice pickups. That is nice, but really, was that a bait? Because here comes herO, and this army, what can he do? Okay, the Widowmines, they have potential. Widowmines are lifted. Zealots, they dive in. They collapse on the army. Widowmines go down. And Cure has to get the hell out of here. Cure gets overwhelmed. Remember, he has no stim. The Marines, they do nothing. The Marines do nothing. The boys have to be pulled here to defend, to survive. Cure, he's walling up. Stim finishing up in 5 seconds. Okay, just in time. Meanwhile, herO just collapsing on the 3rd CC, and he's going to force a cancel. Oof. Does force a cancel, delays the 3rd quite heavily. And behind this, now hero's going for splash damage. But again, like he's still fine. He still maintains map control. Kira's still stuck at home. As he's working on 1-1 upgrades, Concussive Shell, rebuilding those Widowmines, rebuilding those Medivacs. SCVs are still going down. Okay, 3 SCVs in the main. And by the time Kira gets across the map, there's going to be a Colossus. There's going to be a Colossus ready here, as the bait did just finish. So I'll say collapsing the army once again. What about the mine shot? So, massive connections. Widowmines, they trade well, and with that, the Zealots, they just evaporate. And now Hero, he's in a little bit more trouble here. Again, the mine shots were ideal. Colossus is on the way. And Kira, he has potential. He can break out. He can break out. Again, that was a questionable engagement from Hero to fight into all those Widowmines. But the Phoenix, they're keeping the army pinned back. They're still trying to keep Kira contained. As Kira, he is pushing. And again, it isn't just about the Colossus. We need support. Oh. Once again, Hero trying to slow down the push. Baits out a stim, gets a Marine. Gets a Marine just being as annoying as possible. Going for the Medivacs. Oh, he gets one. One Medivac goes down. Down to 4. Colossus in position, force fields as well. And here he's ready. He is ready for this. Takes out the Widowmine. Mine shots, they do not go off. Medivacs are exposed. Once again. Oh my god. Almost gets one. Here he's on a 4-base, soon to be on a 4-base economy. Kira just now getting his 3rd. Phoenix is chasing Cure down. Almost catching a medevac. Going for the Marines. Yeah, quick decisions here by herO. He does notice only 4 Marines. They get picked off. Not a single Phoenix goes down. And Curie's just stuck chasing the Phoenixes. And here comes the main army. Here comes herO. Now with a second Colossus. Catching out the Marauders. And Marauders going to be going down. The boys are being pulled. There are no chargelets here, though. Where are the Zealots? You're kiting back. Here, he's still playing on a knife's edge, by the way. Like, he's been trading well, don't get me wrong. But the army is still quite vulnerable. Still quite fragile. As the armor supplies are still quite close. herO now taking up. Second Robo into a Bay, into a Templar Archives. And herO backs off. Whew. Cure defense. Cure, he does hold, he does defend, but he is behind. Ideally, the Cure, he wants to be now working on his 4th CC. Already saturated. A 3rd, already saturated. Yeah, the Ghost Academy on the way. 2-2 as well. Getting to Ghost, getting into Vikings. herO back at home. Securing himself. Building up his disruptor counts into Archons, into potentially Storm as well. Whew, but we can embrace our game. We can calm down. Can calm down. As here is getting a 5th. It's getting a 5th expansion. And both players, they can build up from here. Now, I do still think that here he's building up just a greater army. Just getting 2 disruptors at a time. +3 is almost done for herO. So I would say that the pressure is still on Cure to bounce back. As he's working on his 2nd starport for additional Vikings. Disruptors, they're poking in. Here, he's looking for a shot. Baits out the army. Nova goes off. Doesn't quite connect. There's still 2 Novas left. Cure, he's now on notice. Oh. As the Widowmine does go down, Nova goes off. Connects with the army. Not bad. Sniping a Viking. herO does get away. Once again, herO playing with fire. Risky moves out of herO. Oh, and he gets punished. One Stalker goes down. Disruptor as well. And herO overextends. Nice moves out of Cure. Does have some nice moves. Baiting out another Nova. Meanwhile, herO dives into the main, but the Prism, it is not going to go down. The turrets aren't ready, just not in time. But the Vikings are. Prism being chased back. The main army does engage. Where are the Novas? Novas now going up. Ooh, massive connections. And herO, he's breaking through. The Vikings, they hold their own. Vikings, they reset the Phoenix count. Zealots in the main are being cleaned up. herO, he backs off for now. Does regroup. So you're poking in. No major connections. He's running out of Novas. Has to be careful. 1 Nova left. It does go off. Once again, no major connections. Here he has to get the hell out of here. He has to pull away. Gets a Viking. And here he's just taking every base on this side of the map. Taking all his expansions. Both armies are now maxed. The Medivacs they get caught out. Medivacs going down. Where are the Novas? The move command. Oh my god. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. 3 disruptors go down. Massive pickoffs. Novas, some of them do connect, but that's a big loss for herO. The move command, and Curie can snowball out of control. He sims in, and there's almost nothing left. The disruptors at Colossus. The miscontrol out of herO. Cure, send it, Papi, send it. There are Zealot reinforcements, has to take it seriously. Nice EMPs. EMPs on the Zealots. Cure, he knows he has momentum. That's the final Nova. Another disruptor has arrived. So here he does force Cure back. Now herO, that was a brutal fight for herO, but he has an economy, right? He has an economy, he has a bank. He can still maintain himself. He can still sustain some of these losses at least. But he's burning through his bank. Is burning through it. So as they push in the right-hand side. Cure still dancing with the army. Still very tense. Zelse catch reinforcements. But no major connections. As SCVs are going down, and Cure, I mean, his economy was already a little bit lackluster. Down to 55. Down to 53. 52 SCVs remaining. Ay, ay, ay. Cure, he did not take that Zealot run by seriously enough. And here, he's building back up. Back up to how many? Back up to 8 disruptors. Here, he has recovered. Nova's going up, zoning back the army, and the planetary is going to go down. Massive connection. Planetary falls. Cure down to 3 bases. And here, he's still pulling this off. Oh, still happening. He goes for the dive, and Nova's they don't quite connect. Risky play there by Cure. Does get 2 disruptors, but Zell take it into the mineral line once again. Oh, the miss rally. Cure, he wants it. And he doesn't quite get it. Disruptor escapes. Never goes up. herO kiting back. And again, despite the blundered attack earlier, the Nova, oh god. Despite that, it's the economy. It's just the bases. Here he's on 80 workers. He has a greater economy, had a bank. He could afford it, Bappy. He likes it. He likes losing all the disruptors. It's fine. And GG gets called. herO takes game number 1. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very intense game 1, very back and forth. herO definitely had momentum for most of that game, but Cure had his moments. Definitely he was able to bounce back, able to make a game out of that, and able to capitalize on some of the mistakes and missteps of herO. GG. GG, well played. herO still takes the lead, and now this takes us into game number 2. Here we go. And game 2, it is going to be Cure's map of choice. We're going to be loading into Abyssal Reef. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player down in the series, but it's merely the beginning of the best of 5. We still have plenty more games ahead of us, plenty more games to come. Representing Team Liquid, it is Cure. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. We were casting the 95 worker herO versus Clem game the other day. If you're referring to the herO versus Clem game in Wardy TV Monday, then yes, did cast it. I believe we casted herO versus Clem in, I think it was, no, Pegasaur Monday, that's it. We casted them in Pegasaur Monday. They were in the finals of Pegasaur Monday. Yeah, we were there. We were there, as always. For now, we are settling in. herO, he does scouts. He's a little bit paranoid. I don't blame him, but he is looking for a proxy, making sure that Cure doesn't pull a fast one over on him. Does check. herO twitching. Must A move. That is typically how herO is, yes. We speak about this all the time, but like when we're in these kind of game states where herO has to be more passive, like every fiber in his being is telling him to just ape in. It's like just attack, just kill him. Even when it is unwise to do so. Like herO, he just wants to go in. That's herO. That's herO for you. And if you're like, why doesn't he just calm down, take a breath, back off, and just macro it out? Well, then it wouldn't be herO, you know? Like then it wouldn't be him. He is him, Pat. He is herO. And that's why we love him. That's what's entertaining about him, I should say. He's an animal. Let's go. As from here, Cure double gas opener here out of Cure, going for a more tech heavy start into a faster factory. So likewise, Cure playing safe in a sense, as he does move out across the map. And with a double gas opener, this can lead into an early tank drop. It can lead into early Banshee play. It can lead into committed Widow Mines, Reactor Reaper Hellion. There's a lot of potential for Cure. We'll see how he does get into the mid game. and open up. Now the Reaper moves out, and we do have a Stargate opener out of herO. Let's go. 2 games in a row. As a reminder, last game herO did open Stargate Oracle into Mass Phoenix, and he did very well with it. He was able to pick off the Marines early on, able to snowball out of control in the start, able to get in with the Adepts, and just wreak havoc here with only a handful of units. Now, that's going to be less likely here on a larger map like Abyssal Reef. The ground reinforcements take a lot longer to move out. As herO trying to catch out the Adepts, or does attempt to. herO coming with a surround, takes down 1 Reaper. And herO comes out better in this trade. And he's trying to chase him down. herO has to get the hell out of here. Pulls away. Let's pull away. I just assume you cast everything. I mean, we do. The only things that we don't cast is, there are some, like, I guess, specialized events. Like, I don't know, like the Wardy TV, like, Christmas Invitational, or the, Wardy TV, like, TLMC Invitational, like, stuff like that. Like, we don't cast that stuff. But everything else, yeah, we cast. Pretty much. Casting everything else. Or, like, the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts, we don't cast that. We don't cast, like, there's, like, the Ursasaurus Brawl. Like, those more specific events. They have their own dedicated casters. They're not open. They're not open. But now, though, here rotating over towards the natural, engaging with the Marines, resetting the counts. He does take down every single Marine. And does he get any SCVs? He shouldn't. Oh! Ooh. As he's being forced back. Behind this, herO just going to be opening up in a safe manner. Cyclone into Viking, checking the vision. herO, he did scout the Stargate, and with the early Cyclone Viking production, we can turn this defense into an offense. herO, he's pushing. And ideally, if the Protoss player has been making and investing too heavily into Phoenixes, what does he do against this ground army, against mass Viking Cyclone? herO, he may be in some trouble here as herO is pushing. Here we go. What is at home to defend? There is a Robo follow-up, thankfully. Very safe follow-up here to herO, going for the first Immortal. Immortal's on the way. But herO doesn't really have an army. He's got 4 Phoenixes. Meanwhile, the Cyclone does overextend. The rest of the army lagging behind. 1 Cyclone goes down. Massive pickup. That should not have happened. Again, herO has to bring everything together here. And 1 Cyclone doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, that's a big part of the DPS with his army. That is part of the backbone of this force. As herO, he is being slowed down, and here he's buying time for more warpins, for more immortals. He has 1, soon to be 2 immortals. The longer this goes on, the better it is for herO, as he's getting a higher immortal count. Phoenixes, they catch a tank. No, they get a tank. Boys are being pulled to repair. Did they save the tank? Oh, it's gonna be close. They do. They barely save the tank, and across the map, herO, he commits. Force shield on the ramp. Hellion goes down. But the tank is getting within range. Phoenix as they race back home. Does lift the tank. Tank is targeted down. Massive pickup. Yeah, and herO, he has nothing left. He has nothing left here. He has vanilla Marines. And they're going to be lifted. herO's going to lose 1 Phoenix in the process. Just the 1. I guess the other Phoenix earlier, so 2 Phoenixes. But he cleans everything up. And he chases down even more reinforcements. Catching out more Marines, catching out more Vikings. Back at home, there are 2 tanks, though. Pushing up this ramp, not going to be easy. herO, he backs off. Backs off for now. Rotates over. There's no turrets in the mineral line. SCVs are going down. And he's trying to drag the Marines over. The tanks trying to expose them. But herO stands his ground, keeps the Marines here at the tanks. Otherwise, these Immortals could just break through that tank line. Yeah, and herO doesn't fall for the bait. Oh, God. Doesn't fall for it. Here he's reinforcing. Catching out more Marines. And he commits. Yeah, he does commit up the ramp. He lifts up one of the tanks. Catches the other. 2 tanks go down. The boys are being pulled. And the tank gun gets reset. herO, he's in trouble. SCVs are falling. Oh, the force shield doesn't quite catch the SCVs. Not quite. But what once was a 3 tank line here down to 0. 0 tanks left. Just Marines and Vikings. Stim is on the way. Scan reveals a third. But here he can still break through. Just pulling Kira apart. Still no turrets. Still no setup. Those events don't have the trumpets, true. I've said this before. I have a hard time watching like GSL and watching like IEM matches without the trumpet. I'll be honest, it's a part of me now. After casting for like 6 years, like what can I do? Like what? If I see a player introduced, like my brain just fills in the trumpet. Like it's got to be there. Has to be. Oh no. As here he goes for another flyby. Getting another 5 workers. There's a recall back home. Escapes the Vikings. And Hero backs off. Here he's had enough fun. He backs up, gets the hell out of here. Curious getting a 3rd CC, but here he is miles ahead. He's got 68, almost 69 workers. Nice. Up to now 71. Now he has splash damage, getting to Colossus, +1, extend on Lance. Charge on the way. Gateway explosion. 4th base. He's got everything. Everything is looking up here for herO. And I'll be honest, a lot of this came down to the first Cyclone. If you remember, the first Cyclone overextended, the first Cyclone went down, and that just took the wind out of the sails of the first push from Cure. The push got picked apart, and I mean, it led into this. Led into this game state. Here he has eyes on the 3rd. He's aware. Here he's taking up, working towards a Ghost Academy. Getting into +1. Here, as soon as the 3rd is seen, he just takes a 5th. Just taking another expansion. We mentioned this before, but it is not easy trying to break a defending player on this map. We mentioned earlier, but I mean, you can see the ramp here. It's a brutal choke point. Trying to push up this ramp is going to be difficult. Because of that, really, the defending player has to just focus on one location, this location to defend. It's not as easy to drag the army out of position and to split up the army as well. Despite that, herO should be the first to max. And if herO wanted to, if we were casting Estrella, for example, or even Classic, what would we see here? Fleet Beacon. Fleet Beacon, 2nd Stargate, into Tempest, into Carrier, into Skytoss. Like, if you have this much freedom, may as well. But herO, he's, you know, calming down. He's expanding, that is true, but he's just sticking with a ground-based composition for now. Doesn't want to take that chance, doesn't want to take that risk, and he's pushing. He wants to be aggressive. Again, he doesn't want to just chill back and turtle and max and tech and max out. No. It's herO. He has to attack. He has to push in. He doesn't need to by any means. He doesn't need to push into this, by the way. He can just contain. He just contain the Terran on 3 bases. He can just deny the 4th over and over again. But it's herO. Like, he has to attack. I'm assuming that he wants to move into this. I don't think it's wise to, but let's go. As he's reinforcing. The Prism has arrived to reinforce as well. Oh my god, the mass hallucination. Let's go. He's got 6 Colossus. He's crazy. Does move in. EMP does connect. Nice EMP on most of the sentries. herO moving forward. Here he is maxed out. He's maxed at this point, collapsing in the army. Mine shot's going to be going off. Good mine connections here on the Zealots. A nice kiting out of Cure, but he can only kite for so long. The Nova goes off. Massive connection. There was nowhere to run. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The army crumbles. And the mass Colossus breaks through. I mean, there's not really much here when it comes to Colossus. The Vikings, they shut down the Colossi. But GG gets called, and herO will take a 2-0 lead. GG. Oh my god. Calm down. GG, well played. herO does take a lead in the series, and herO, he is 1 game away from becoming this week's OlimoLeague champion. Here we go again. herO, he is one of the best Protoss players in the world, and hero's been on a tear as of late. I believe herO is even the reigning champion of OlimoLeague, and can he win another in a row here? We're here to find out as we're getting ready for our 3rd game of the night, or the third game of the finals. Up next, we have herO versus Cure on Frostline. As once again, this is Cure's map of choice. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Terran Hope himself, down in the series, down heavily here. He has to fight back here and now to have a chance to force the ace match. The pressure is on. Representing Team Liquid, it is herO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. And hello, herO. What's going on? As herO, he's had enough. He moves out with the SCV. Now, what's important here? Only one SCV moves out, so it's not going to be a proxy 2 racks. It is only 1 racks across the map. I believe this is only 1 racks into Reaper, into potentially a bunker behind or in the mineral line to harass, to get some early game damage. Ooh, we'll see. So not the most committed proxy, but a proxy nonetheless from the side of herO. Let's go. Meanwhile, herO with the scout, he confirms that the Rax is missing. herO, he knows. He sees the Rax is missing. For all herO knows, it could be a fake proxy. There could be a Rax here in the natural, could be further back in the main, could be at the 3rd base, could be at the 4th base. It is not uncommon for a Terran to fake a proxy, so you can see here, herO is looking. He's checking just in case it's further back in the main. Needs to confirm what's going on. Does need to confirm. Likewise, if this probe sticks around and if herO throws down a factory, then he knows it's only 1 Rax. As herO, he does wall off at least partly here the wall, getting vision. Is going for a Zealot opener, so this tells us that herO is getting ready for the proxy. Zealot first. And here comes the eBay block at the natural. Okay, let's go. Does block the natural. This also delays any follow-up tech. There it is, factory on the high ground. And herO should be able to confirm. As the Reaper's on the way. Making his way into the main. Reaper dips in. So far, threading the mineral line, but herO, he is defending well. He's pulling back, preserving his workers. And doesn't lose too much at all here. Not yet. Oh! As the probes get low. And herO doesn't lose a single unit, so the Reaper is going to go down. 1 shot goes off, and the Reaper falls. Nice defense here by herO. He shuts down the eBay and will eventually expand. Is going to be a delayed expansion, but we're getting there. Meanwhile, second Reaper dives into the main, and can he pick off a probe? Some of these are softened up from earlier. Ah, not quite. herO, he defends. He defends quite well. Kills 1 Reaper, shuts down the other, forces it back, deals with the eBay, and now herO expands. And from here, we can settle in. Now, because of the opener from herO, because it was an eBay block into a factory, the CC of herO is actually on par with the base of herO, so it's not like he has a massive economic lead or anything like that, but he does have a tech advantage here with the factory follow-up into Widowmine, into I would imagine Widowmine drop. We'll see what herO can get done. I'm sure he was hoping for a little bit more. There is a chance, there is a world where herO is forced to expand at the 3rd location instead, and then herO can try to all in, but that's not the case here. It is not the case. I would give the edge to herO, especially since herO didn't kill a single probe. Well, killed 1, I guess. That was the scouting probe, though. I mean, that probe was meant to die. That was only the scouting probe going down. Meanwhile, a DT, he's crazy. DTs, okay. I mean, given the game state, this has potential. DT opener here out of herO. This is risky in this matchup, as you can imagine. In an ideal world, if herO scouts, if herO scouts, he has scans, right? He has scans, he will shut this down, and he should be perfectly safe and sound against DTs. But if he doesn't scout, if he doesn't realize what's going on, then he might not hold on to a scan, he might mule at the wrong moment, and DTs, they can just wreak havoc and eviscerate an economy real quick. Really, there's a lot riding on this mine drop, and I believe with this Widow mine drop, herO should scout. He should get eyes on the tech. We can see herO getting in position. Reaper towards the natural. herO's distracted. Yeah, he's distracted by the Reaper. And the Reaper does break through. And with that, herO sees everything. There we go. He does confirm, does get eyes on the tech, on the Dark Shrine. He knows what's going on. Meanwhile, across the map, there are Stalkers pushing in. Here comes the mine drop. herO doesn't notice. He does. He pulls away in time. Does pull away. Stalkers moving in. Denying mining here at the natural. Mine shots going up. 2 probes go down. And herO, he does have us a little bit of high ground vision, at least a little. Takes down some SCVs. 3 SCVs going to be falling. Not bad. Oh my god, the lock-on range is brutal. That was crazy. Stalker does fall. Kiryu defends. But throughout all of this, Kiryu's stuck on one base economy. There's no mining here at the natural. None whatsoever. Likewise, Kiryu also isn't muling, as, I mean, there are DTs to threaten him. And here he's still in a better position. Here he takes a third. He's fully saturated, and here he's still not mining. Still stuck on one base. DT does waddle in, but again, there should be a scan. There we go. Does scan, shuts down the first Dark Templar. Second one is a little bit premature here. Ooh. And should force out a second scan. As there should be a second scan available. Hallucinations in the main, getting eyes on the 3-1-1 setup. Stim is on the way. And Hero pulls back. Oh, he's committing. We have Shadow Stride on the way. Blink for the DTs. Let's go. Hero, he is committing. I mean, we have the DTs anyway. May as well, I suppose. Este Hero. Ay, ay, ay. Someone asking about the meta. The meta has changed quite a bit, actually, when it comes to ZVP and TVP. Has changed quite a bit. A big reason for that is the NG Overcharge. NG Overcharge does incentivize a lot more Storm-based play because they do benefit High Templar, so we see a lot more High Templar-based play in Storm. Likewise, it does benefit also Oracle-based openers and Sentry-based openers as well. So the playstyles of Protoss have shifted over the past couple of months. Likewise, PvP has also changed. The meta has shifted to be a lot more economic early on. As the first CT does dive into the main, SCVs are going down, Kira out of position. DT is forced back. But the other mirror matchups haven't changed. Like TVT and CVZ are the same, I would say. They are the same. All the other matchups have changed. As for now, Cure, he is eventually going to break out. Does he have a third CC behind this? He does not. Ooh, he might just commit. Yeah, he might just commit here on 2 bases. So he does move out. Here he is aware. He's getting ready back at home. Has he been too greedy? He does have some zealots. Charge is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. DTs into the main are shut down by the Widow Mines. And here comes the push. Pylon will spot this. I was checking to see if the boys are being pulled. As here he's protecting back at home. Stalkers, they poke in, they catch a couple of Marines. And the Zealot run by is going to force it all in. That is true. Kiri's going to lose a lot back at home, but can Hero defend? Can he hold? And Massive Missile goes off. Nice force field, slowing down the push. Does delay Cure. Zealot busts into the mineral line. SCVs are going down. DTs waddle in as well. Where's Mind Drop into the main? Here he's keeping up. This time though he doesn't quite get the force field. Does get on top of the tank. Tank is going to fall. What about the bio? What about the Marines? Force fields, they do try to slow this down. As more Stalkers are warping in. And the base is going to fall. Cure, he breaks through. The expansion does crumble. And again, we need those Zealots back at him to defend. Looks like Cure is doing it. Cure, he is fighting back. Does lose the mineral line back at home. But this army cannot be stopped. Yeah, this main army cannot be stopped. As he does get into the mineral line, every probe going to be going down. Here, he's trying to engage. Picks up a couple of Marines. I mean, the army is overstimmed, true. Uh-oh. The army is overstimmed. Here, he does hold. Takes down the Medivacs. Oh! Shuts down the Marines even. Marines are picked up. Medivacs forced to boost away. But Curie still has a devastating army. Oh, full Medivac goes down. Massive pickup. Here he gets a full medevac. Despite losing an expansion, here he's still up in probes. Still up in workers. Oh. We'll take 2 mine shields to the face. Still moving out. Back at home, herO is secure. He's got SimCity on his side. Turrets, Widow Mines, Voice to pull as well. Dropping across the map. Oh. As herO, he has chosen not to expand. He's not expanding. herO, he's reinforcing. War Prism has arrived. Does spot the mine drop. And herO, he should pull away in time. Oh, oh my god. He does. Does pull away. Oh, nice retarding. 4 probes go down. Very nice damage. But herO, he wants to commit. He wants to end it here and now, one way or another. Either herO kills herO or he dies trying. He's pushing in. Reinforcing once again. Taking down the depots. The boys are being pulled. Nice force fields. Does cut the army in half. Up with the mine shot, so mine shot's gonna be going off. We're running out of zealots. herO, he is forcing this back. Again, they can't quite engage. There's still more force fields. Yeah, herO's getting cornered. So again, trying to shut down the army. Ooh, mine shot goes up. Gets a sentry. And herO, does he have enough? herO, he's running out of Marines. It's almost purely Marauder. Yeah, just pure Marauder at this point. Celsa do a great job tanking. Oof. But herO, he will lose 21 SCVs. herO, he holds, but at what cost? The Marauder. The Immortal gets saved. Hopping up micro. herO, he gets away, takes down 21 SCVs, and herO, he's down to 18 workers. He holds, but barely an economy remaining. He has to rely on mules. He has to rely on purely mules at this point. He's barely holding on. herO back at home, he expands. Takes a third. Takes a third base. Whew. Getting a bay, working towards Colossus. It's still up in the air though. It's one of those things where herO, he has a better economy, that is true, but herO, he has a larger army. Again, that's just a massive Marauder army with plenty of medevacs as well. These DTs though, they're quite crucial. It's not about their damage, it's about the fact that they're keeping supply at home. Oh. Got a Marauder. One Marauder goes down. Again, herO's kept busy. Like, if herO moves out with his army, you could argue that he could just end the game. But he is trapped. Going for another mine drop. herO now establishing that third. Almost up and running. First Colossus is going to pop in. But still very tense. This is still anyone's game. So now herO dropping into the natural. Does drop in. Widow Mine shot is going to go off. Oh! D's connection. 3 probes go down. Another Widow Mine into the main as well. But DTs, they do shut this down. They defend. Whew. And herO from here, he can land and get a third. He can actually pick up his main base and land as a fourth as well if he so chose to. Can pick up. Yo, do we get into a macro game from here? do we just back off, calm down, and max out? I mean, I would say that if we weren't casting herO. The thing is that herO, I'm sure he just wants to fight. He just wants to push in again. Speaking of, he's moving out. Yeah, he's getting a second Colossus. Extendable Lance is going to finish up in the middle of the fight. Still a ways away. Observer gets eyes on the third. Again, that's still so many Marauders. 20 Marauders. That's crazy. Again, I'm not so sure that herO can push into this. Going for a Zealot round by. Okay, so his goal here is to distract. His goal here is to distract the main army and slip in with those Zealots to cripple the economy. We'll see if he can. I'm just trying to keep the attention of herO. Mine shot goes off. Massive connection. herO, he is aware. herO pushing in. Oh, but he's not really getting any ground. Colossus taking a lot of damage. Cure, he does respond. He's in position for the Zealots. Oh, the Colossus is going to be going down. Massive pickup. He gets one. One Colossus falls. Nice force fields. Gets a ghost. As herO pulls away. At the same time, I believe the Zealot army was reset. And that was a big loss for herO. Losing all those Zealots. But he does take down all the Vikings. Vikings go down. herO once again rotating. He wants a medevac. Oh, he gets it. Takes down the medevac. Nicely done. Pulls away. Crazy moves out of herO. Meanwhile, Cure, he's building up a higher Viking count into Ghost as well. Still maintaining that Marauder count. Pushing in. Disruptors have arrived. We have the Novas. That's EMP. Novas go up. Ooh, friendly fire. Zealots go down, and herO has to get the hell out of here. He's going to lose everything. Yeah, he just collapses in. He sims in, takes down the Immortals, the Disruptors, the Colossus. Everything's going to fall. And herO, he plummets in supply. Ay, ay, ay. Those Novas, they were not it, Pap. They were not it. And now it's time for Cure to put a point on the board. It's not going to be a 3-0, Pappy. Cure's going to send it. Back at home, what do we have? We have two Colossus. Okay, we have two Colossus and a Disruptor. Disruptor has arrived. Can herO hold? Or will Cure make a series out of this? Pushing in. Here he is back up to 2 Colossi. But that's a brutal EMP. Yeah, the army, he just stims in. He just stims. He wins, takes down the Stalkers, the Colossus. The Prism Micro is impressive, but the Prism is almost down as well. As it just is not enough here. As here he breaks the 4th. 4th base is going to fall. Here he cannot engage with the main army. Has to back up. He wanted to go undefeated. He was close. He was close this week, Pappy. He was close. But here he stims in once again. Colossus, they're coming from behind. We have plenty of Vikings. Prism goes down. There's no escape for the Colossus. Not anymore. GG gets called. And Cure, he fights back. He puts a point on the board. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very, very tense game 3 there. Very back and forth as well. There were moments for herO, moments for Cure as well. Alas, Cure at a certain point, he was able to stabilize, able to get his third base back up and running, had a heavy heavy Marauder count, heavy Ghost count as well, and herO, he just overstayed his welcome a little bit, couldn't quite engage. There was potential with the Disruptors, don't get me wrong, but the Disruptors, they did not connect. They actually worked against him. They connected with the Zealots. They shut down herO more than anything else, and with that, Cure snowballed out of control. GG. GG, well played. Whew, the series continues. Series does continue. Oh, here we go. herO should pull the carriers. I feel like if we were casting another Protoss, like an Estrella, a Classic, then sure, but like herO, he's not one to calm down and to take up into Sky Toss. Not too often. Not in this matchup. He does it in other matchups more. Like in PvZ, he's more than willing to embrace Sky Toss. But here, a little bit less so. As we're settling into game number 4. Ooh. And again, one more loss, and we might see an ace match, but one more win, and the series will conclude as spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neon Violet Square. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. One more game is all he needs to claim the series, to claim the tournament. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, he had to fight hard for that last game. We have the South Korean Terran, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. He needs one more game to force the ace match. It is Cure. Here we go. So we're calming things down. We're settling in. Let's go. Welcome on an all to Neon Violet Square. This is the largest map in the map pool. This is the largest map, very macro oriented, and we expect economic builds here from both players. As you can see here, a single gas. It should be a Rax expand out of Cure into a more economic start. Likewise, herO can also cut corners as well. We'll see if he does. But now herO opening up with the Probe Scout. As a reminder, last game, Cure did open up with a proxy Rax, and herO confirms that the Rax is back at home this time. Rax is back at home. Catching up with the chat. Light needs to be in the next DreamHack EWC any premiere term. Nah, thank you. It's okay. It's okay. Unfortunately, StarCraft is one of those esports that is very stacked when it comes to talent. So there's not really much room for like quote unquote like newer casters. Maybe if I was regional, like for example, Beowulf and Steadfast, they've casted EPT Americas live at DreamHack, but that's because they're like native to the Americas, right? Like they're local to the event. Here in Australia, there's nothing to go to. So if there was like a DreamHack like Melbourne or DreamHack Sydney, then maybe they'd like get me and Pig going and like Maynard and stuff. But yeah, not anymore. It's all good though. It's all good. I'm content casting on the Ducklings. Quack, clappy, quack. It's all good. So now we're settling in. So far, just going to be a Rax Expand into Factory. Get Economic Opener out of Cure. Likewise, across the map, we do have our Standard Opener out of Hero going for a Tech of Choice. Ooh, for the first time, I think, this series, if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be a Twilight Council Opener, not a Stargate. Oh, right, my apologies. It was a Twilight Council opener last game as well. Twilight Council into DTs, to be fair. We expect a Blink-based opener this time, though, from Hero. As he does open up with the initial Zealots, attempting to delay the CC. Does dive in. Zealot goes down. And the command center will complete. So far, good defense here by Cure. Is a soul defense. Hero pulling away. And is investing into Blink. No DTs this time. Not yet. Not yet. No Dark Templar. Just getting into Blink should just be a safe opener out of Hero. Getting into a handful of gateways. And then taking a third. Should be the approach. As it upside do threaten the mineral line. Denying mining time. Nicely done. Behind this Cure, no SCV Scout. No SCV Scout, no Reaper Scout either. Is going for a Cyclone. The reason for the Cyclone is because for all that Cure knows, it could be a Stargate, right? It could be a Stargate. There could be Oracles on the way. There could be Phoenixes on the way. So Cure is playing as safely as possible, considering how blind he's playing. So Cure has to cover all his bases. Has to be ready for anything. Adept say shade into main. That should not have happened. One Adept does shade in, and we'll get some SCVs. Oh. Gets one. And gets a Scout as well. Confirms the Cyclone production. Back at home, Hero is just securing himself. We have one gate in the main, one gate at the natural. Looks like 2 gate Blink into a third. Very economic opener here out of Hero. Very economic. Does make sense. Now Hero might be vulnerable. Never mind. I was gonna say he might be vulnerable to like a Cyclone push, but Cure, he takes a third CC. Third CC before Starport. Very greedy build here by Cure, but this is what you can do specifically on Neon Violet Square because of the pocket base. Because of the pocket expansion, and because the map is so large and so big, and because there's no Blink potential into the main because of the ravine, because of the terrain itself, you are very safe. You can delay production, you can delay tanks, you can delay units, and just rush into a better economy. So Cure just getting to a faster third, and can also get into a faster fourth as well thereafter. We're just building up towards the mid game. And likewise, so is Hero. Like Hero, he doesn't really have much of an army to work with. If you remember, he did open up with only 2 gateways. From here, he's taking up into Charge, into Forge, into +1, into delayed Bay, into delayed Colossus. We're just settling in. Meanwhile, Hero dropping into the main. Getting an SCV. Diving into the mineral line. Cure out of position. This should not have happened. Getting 2 SCVs. Getting a third SCV and a fourth. Very nicely done. Getting 4 SCV kills. Blinks away. Saves the Stalkers. Breaks the lock-on. Gets even more value. Getting another 2 Marines. Oh my god. That's crazy. That is 6 SCVs and 2 Marines going down. Very nice trades here out of Hero. I was really impressed here just by how he was using his shields and using his HP. He was only really concerned about the Cyclones, and once the lock-ons got broken, he just stuck around and just got more damage. Just very methodical harass there from Hero. Meanwhile, ooh, he does take a tank shot to the face. Does deny some mining time, but doesn't get much more. As Hero is forced back, and again, still has yet to lose a Stalker. So far, so good. As Hero pulls back, Getting to his, again, Bay, as we mentioned, into Colossus. Charge about to finish, and he's just containing Cure, and Cure, he wasn't going to move out anyway, as he's getting a third CC. Cure's just building up, and he should soon move out with his upgrades, with Stim, with Combat Shields, with +1. Until then, Prism's going to be forced back. War Prism is forced back. Hero going to be reinforcing. Just maintaining a semblance of an army here. And he's rushing into the gold. Jeez. Speaking of being greedy, Hero, instead of taking the standard 4th base or even the pocket base, he rushes into the gold instead. Bold move out of Hero. Bold move. We'll see if he can maintain map control and get away with this expansion. And it wouldn't be here with something crazy like this. Let's go. We're here for it. Let us go. Behind this, of course, Cure is still gearing up. And he will soon move out. Just waiting for those upgrades. Building up more tanks, more medevacs. There isn't really much to contain him either. As the Observer is picked off. Nicely done. Why calm things down when you can calm them up instead? Oh no. Calm up, Papi. Calm up. Jesus. What does that mean? I don't even know. As here, he does rally his Colossus across the map. I feel like this is a little bit risky. It's a little bit risky here to be active with such an army, but we'll see if he can get away with it. As Curie is getting a 4th CC. With that 4th base, he can soon break out and expand. And take his 4th. Here is being forced back, getting another, I mean, why not just getting another expansion, getting a 5th base. Bit of a miss rally. Oh, get out of here. Pull away, Papi. He notices, he wants it. Oh my god. Oh, actually, never mind. He's terrified of it. There we go. Marauders, they do, they can stim in. We can, Papi, he's on move commit. Okay. Hero is not punished. That was not intentional, by the way, for Hero to move in with that Colossus, but he scared the hell out of Cure. So it kind of worked. Oh no! As once again, Hero rallies in. Jesus. We do need to calm down then. We're getting too excited. We go to these bases, that's nice and all, but still, we care about our units. We care about the army. Duh. As Cure is building up. As here he does threaten a dive, going to be trying to catch up the army. Cure, he is somewhat in a weird position. Zelzai go for the mineral line. It's a big investment here by Hero. He sends everything towards the natural, everything towards the pocket base. At the same time, trying to catch up the main army. Does engage, picks up the widow mines. Decent force fields. Meanwhile, Zelzai do bust in. SCVs are going down. He does get some workers. Protects the Colossus just barely. And he gets how many? Not too many. 9 SCVs going down. Oh, that's a kill. That shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened. The 4th base goes down. That's a kill, not a lift. And Curie's stuck on 3 bases. He's stuck on a 3 base. It's going to be 14 SCVs going down. And that was worth it. That was a wild move out of Hero, by the way, to just rush in. Just send all the zealots into the bases. But I mean, it worked. Curie, he gets caught out. And again, behind this Hero, he's chilling. He's big chilling. Just taking more bases, taking more expansions, just containing Cure. Never goes off. Oh my god, massive connection. The connection pops up. Takes down some ghosts, takes down some bio. Kiri's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. Here he just busts in. Massive EMPs go up, but it may not matter. And GG gets called as Kira gets broken, and herO, he will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's OlimoLeague champion. GG. Hi. GG, well played. I didn't think you could drag an army out of position when they were defending on 4 bases. That was impressive. Of course, herO, when he chose to dive in, he did see the rotation. He saw the rotation of Cure. As Cure, he moved over towards the 4th base. With that, herO, he saw an opening, just sent it in, was able to get some economic damage, kill the 4th base, and force Cure into a more awkward position. Of course, the Novas did pop off. That did help, and yeah, Cure, he just never got into his game. Like, he was still building up. He was about to move out. He was about to break out, but he was just stuck at home. More importantly, what I should say here is that really keen eyes, really good decision making out of herO, because what happened here, herO, he recognized how greedy, how economic Cure was being. So how do you beat that? You outgreed them. herO, he did get away with the gold base. Remember, he took the 4th as a gold, got a 5th, got a 6th. Because of his map control, herO, he just took full advantage of that, had a greater economy, which means he could get away with just throwing away supply. He would just throw away zealots time and time again, just throw away units. He could afford it, rebuild it, replace it, and just snowball out of control from there. GG, well played. herO just taking over Neon Violet Square, and with that, herO, he is our champion. Congratulations. I believe 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, like herO, he is kind of like the OlimoLeague champion when it comes to the most recent seasons of OlimoLeague. Let me just double check. I'm curious how these events have been shaping up. As we can take a moment to catch up with the bracket as well. It's been an intense tournament. It's been intense. Aye. But GG, well played. I should also update the bracket itself. I got you. 3-1. Bam, there we go. Again, herO, he almost went undefeated. herO, he 2-0'd Gumiho, he 2-0'd Nickeract, and he 2-0'd Creator. He did drop a map to Cure, that is true. Cure, he did pose a threat, but still a very strong performance this week here by herO. Again, herO, he has very much so been in form. He has been insane. If you have not been watching herO as of late, you would not know, but herO, he's been beating players like Clem, beating players like Cyril, beating players like Raynor as well. He has been looking like a beast as of late. It's been insane. It's been crazy. Nowadays, I mean, I think for the past year at this point, herO, he has the best PvZ in the world. You know, he's kind of the one to look at when facing off against players like Cyril, like Raynor, like Dark. When it comes to the other matchups, I think it's still quite close between herO and MaxPax when it comes to PvT. MaxPax 100% has the best PvP in the world. Like that's like MaxPax's, like that's his stomping ground, I should say, is PvP. And PvT, they both have different styles. That's what I will say. Like, multiple times in this series, we were watching and we were like, yo, herO, he's crazy. Like, he could just back off and just take another base and just throw down another Robo, or throw down a Stargate and take into Skytoss and just calm down. But herO, he would just send it time and time again. Sometimes it wouldn't work out for him, sometimes it would. That's just herO for you. MaxPax is the kind of player that would just back off and just play more macro, play more standard, just tech up, get further ahead, embrace Skytoss, embrace the late game. Two very different stylistic players, two sides of the same coin, if you will. I mean, together they are the best Protoss players in the world. But I appreciate that when it comes to the hierarchy, when it comes to the top players, they're very different stylistically. So it's very fun and very different to watch them when they do go up against these top players, which I do appreciate. Regardless, GG, well played. Whew. And yeah, it was in the previous weekly here, 235. Sorry, I did just want to open up. Yeah, herO, he won last week against Shin in week number 235. Likewise, in 234, oh, actually, it was Classic. It was Classic that won that week instead. Then we had Clem popping off herO before that as well. So again, it is great to see, you know, multiple players kind of rising up here and taking that challenge. If you're looking at the bracket, you may notice there are a lack of Zerg players. I mentioned this before, may as well mention it now as well. During this event, this event did occur last night. It did occur at this point, like what, over 12 hours ago. I mean, we've been casting for like 6 hours. Jeez. We've been casting for like 6 hours. So it's been a long cast, been a long broadcast, but we made it. We did make it through. But last night is when this event occurred. But it was actually clashing with another tournament. If you were here on the Cranky Ducklings last night, we were casting the OlimoLeague Cup. Actually, I can just show you. Hold on. I can just show you. Bam! We have the technology. Last night was Tuesday night. We were casting OlimoLeague Cup there. You can see at 9 p.m. KST. And do you know when OlimoLeague was? 10 p.m. KST. So the events did overlap, and in the OlimoLeague Cup, that's when we were casting Shin and Solar. So Shin and Solar, your typical Zerg representatives in this tournament, they were playing in a different event. They were playing in the group stage of a big premier online event, so they were otherwise busy. We were casting them, of course, and that is why they were not a part of OlimoLeague. Likewise, Max, Pax, and Skillus were also preoccupied with OlimoLeague Cup as well. So that's what we were covering at the time. That is also why it was after the event. As you can see here at 9 a.m. KST, we went live with OlimoLeague to catch up on those matches that we did miss as we were covering another event at the time. So there you go. There you go. Meanwhile, speaking of other events, our next broadcast, as you can tell as we're here on Wednesday, is also 9 p.m. KST. Last night we casted Group C of OlimoLeague Cup. Tonight we're going to be casting Group D. The final group of OlimoLeague Cup is going to be tonight. We're going to be featuring, I believe, Clem. Let me just double check. I believe, off memory, it's Jeshi, Cristiano, Clem, and Dark, I want to say. Let me just double check. Yeah, there we go. So Clem, Dark, Cristiano, and Jeshi, they're going to be facing off in Group D. If you're curious, Jeshi made it through, of course, his regionals. I believe he was invited through, actually. And Cristiano, he popped off in the qualifiers. If you missed it, we did cast it. Of course, we cast everything on the channel, of course. We did cast the qualifiers of this event. And Cristiano, he 2-0'd Björn. He took down Creator. He took down Spirits. Yeah, I mean, I should say he almost took him down. He went to the ace match against him. But Cristiano, he had a crazy performance in the qualifiers of this event. Took down some big Korean names to make it here. And we'll see if he can make it further, as he is the dark horse in a group of Dark and Clem. It's going to be difficult to make it through, but best of luck. Best of luck. Again, that's going to be tonight's broadcast. Tomorrow, we have the OSC Season 12 Championship on Thursday and Friday, both at 9 a.m. KST. We also have the podcast tomorrow as well. That is our weekly talk show where we catch up on all the events of the week, on all the events, all the tournaments, all the content as well. But it's going to be a shorter podcast because, as you can see, our schedule is pretty jam-packed tomorrow. So we have OSC into the podcast into Masters Coliseum. So we might try to cut the podcast a little bit short, just so we have time to get into Masters Coliseum, or we have like a little bit of a break, or whether we can just start it in general. So Masters Coliseum is going to be on Thursday, on Friday as well, and Saturday. And then Sunday we have a double edition of Masters Coliseum, because on Saturday we're spending the entire day casting the House Galactic Battle. If you're curious, what is the House Galactic Battle? That is an offline event happening in Poland. That is going to be like a 12-hour cast. It's going to be big, at least 12 hours. It's going to be a big event. It's going to be featuring players like players like Alaser, Spirit, Mana, Cristiano, Art, Geralt. The best players in Poland are all facing off in the House Galactic Battle. It's a big offline event in Poland. And again, we've been casting it here in English for the past couple of years. It's been running for a long time, and it is a big premiere event, so do look forward to it. Do look forward to it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of StarCraft. A lot of StarCraft. Yeah. Oh, just catching up. Just catching up. Every button on hero's keyboard is move forward. True. Always. He's like a shark. He has to keep moving. Oh. Now catching up. Love Clem's play. Always fun to see his gameplay. Yeah, always a lot of fun. 100%. Always a lot of fun. So we're going to be featuring Clem later on tonight. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. As I just realized, we didn't even have the title correct. So my apologies. It was still showing Cure versus Down as the title. So I do apologize, but yes, Hero versus Cure. Smurge. But yeah, with that, we're going to be wrapping up. I'm going to go and get some rest. I'm going to go and get some sleep. I'm going to go calm things down. And when we come back, we're going to be live with the OlimoLeague Cup. Oh, I'm going to rest my voice as well, as it has been a long event and a long broadcast. Yeah, 6.5 hours, 6 hours, basically. 6 hours and 20 minutes. We made it, Pappy, we made it. And we'll be back next week for more OlimoLeague. We'll be back next week. And again, if you enjoyed the broadcast, plenty of content, as you can see on the channel. We are live every single day, multiple times a day. We cast more than any other channel out there for StarCraft 2. So a lot of content, a lot of casting. We got the quantity, Pappy. We got the quantity. And we have some of the quality as well. Some of the quality. So if you enjoyed, you can follow us on all the social medias. We have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have Discord, we have all things Cranky Ducklings. VODs are available on YouTube on a daily basis. We upload VODs every single day. There's plenty of VODs on YouTube. If there's something here that you're interested in and you cannot watch it live, then VODs are the place to be. Just because I don't blame you if you can't watch everything, because there's just so much StarCraft going on. A lot of content, a lot of StarCraft. Check out the VODs. Check out the VODs. Check them out. Otherwise, you can also support us on Patreon. ! Patreon in the chat. You can see the Patreon just under the schedule. You can see it under the schedule, how much we earn per month and how much our next goal is. And again, all the money on Patreon, all of it goes towards our tournaments. It all goes towards our weekly events that we host. Sparkling Tuna Cup, Tenacious Turtle Tussle, alongside other events. Hold on, do I have the thing here? Yeah, there it is. Sparkling Tuna Cup, Sea Duckling Open, Masters 1 Open, and Tenacious Turtle Tussle as well. These are our tournaments. We do host them on a regular basis. But you may be curious, you're like, hold up. I didn't see any of that on the schedule. That's because January is very jam-packed. We have no room. Where do we fit it in? Our schedule is very busy in January, so because of that, coming into the new year, our events are on hiatus after January, after Masters Coliseum, after the OlimoLeague Cup, after all these big premier events finish, then we can go back to our tournaments. So that's going to be at towards the end of January. End of January, we'll be back with our tournaments. Until then, we're still casting just other events. there's just a lot going on in January. A lot going on. Every day. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live at the moment? Who can we raid? Who can we send everyone over to? I believe Sort of is streaming. Who else is streaming? Yo, Skross. Let's go. We have Sort of. We have Skross. We have Practice X, Hubsaya, Berry Crunch. Who else do we see? Sort of, he raids us a lot, so we can give him some love. Give him some love. Give him some support. Let's go. Also, I'm sweating right now. It's very hot in Australia. We're deep in the summer, and my room is turning into an oven. So I look forward to showering, and getting some veg. It's gonna be beautiful. But yeah. So give some love to Sort of. Give some love to Sort of. Again, he does often raid us as well. Great guy. He's currently residing in Korea, and he's engaged. He's currently engaged and soon to be married. So give Sort of some love. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys later tonight or tomorrow or another day. I mean, you can see our schedule. Whatever you tune in, we'll be there. See you next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.